I just got a letter. Ooh, you see this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it.
Nice.
It's gonna be your first Arsenal game, first Premier League, actually first real football game, like
in life, yeah.
Outside of the US. First match.
Yeah.
Watching a Premier League match. Abba, I know today's gonna be like a freaking cool experience for you. It's gonna be your first time at a Premier League game, but do not forget, the main purpose is always to learn and to study and to compare yourself and what you can do.
You excited, Abba?
Yes, I am excited.
Tell me how green that grass is.
Very green.
Yeah.
So what things are you looking at where you can improve in your game?
Playing the ball, passing, long passing.
Yeah. Just overall, just being able to pass just really well, really clean.
Abba, you just watched Arsenal.
Yes, sir, yeah.
First Premier League football game. What were you most inspired by?
The quality of the play.
Really? What was the main difference that you saw in quality?
High intensity, the ball was moving really well. Every player are good, like their quality. The quality of the play was really good.
And today's your final day.
Yep, last day.
Wow. Abba leaves tomorrow morning. He's gonna leave from Heathrow Airport. But today we got Harry and Ben from Performance Global. They've come in here. Want to talk a little bit about Abba and how he's done the last 3 weeks here at Train Effective. But I guess we should start with Abba. It's been about you the last 3 weeks. You came in here on the first day. I thought you did pretty well in that training session. There were a few things to improve on. You worked on them, got better at them, and then you experienced a lot of things here in London. You have a question that you want answered, don't you?
Yes.
And that question, which Abba specifically told me on the phone before he came, I want to know if football is just a hobby for me or a career that I can actually pursue. He wanted to know, does he have the talent? Does he have the hunger? Does he have what it takes?
You've definitely shown good character to take yourself out of a safe environment where you were at home and to come over to England to pursue your dream. So that shows good character. In the sessions that we saw, there was definitely things to work on in most aspects of the game. In what we saw technically, there was definitely room to improve. I think it's hard to say to a player, you can or you cannot do this. In terms of the rules and regulations, it's not possible at the moment. In terms of
it's impossible.
Yeah.
Right.
With the level that you're playing at, to get a work permit or to get a visa to play sport over here is impossible.
I think, Harry, that like this is such an important thing to touch upon because no one ever really talks about it. And I think a lot of Americans, especially watching this or listening to this, or people that want to go and play in England, they think that Arsenal or Chelsea might sign him tomorrow.
Yeah.
When in fact, not even Boreham Wood or Barnet can sign you tomorrow.
We would like or try and get Abba the opportunity to play for a team, a non-professional Sunday league team made up of just friends playing on the park.
Yeah.
And we even saw then, or you see then there's regulations in all of it. So you have to be realistic.
And we've met a few train effective players now over the last couple of years where we've done showcases and opportunities for players to be seen, and I'm always impressed by that. Like lots of different personalities. You can have like the shy guy, you can have Robert who's like a big character. There's all different personalities, but they're all willing to put themselves outside their comfort zone. In terms of the sessions, you probably say you've improved over the sessions. You've taken made steps forward, so that's another positive of the trip. The key for an American player, for yourself, no matter where you are, if you're from Africa or America or Australia or anywhere, is probably to focus on improving yourself at home.
We get DMs every day on Instagram saying, hey, can you help me? I'm from Ghana or I'm from America. I want to play in England. And we usually say like, hey, be the best player in your team or be the best player in your city first. Think about your area first and don't think of England first.
I think the thing I liked about Abba's initial story was, I want to come to England and I want to train to improve and I want to compare myself to English players.
That's a different mentality.
It's a different idea of to come here and compare yourself. That's something totally different to come here and be a professional football player. And I think that that's valid, to come here and compare yourself, to come and train here with Train Effective or whoever it may be. If that's your idea, then that's the right idea. Coming to get a professional contract, things like that. I think the message is mixed because there's companies that seem to offer it, but really that's not what they're offering. It's just that the wording and how it's used, or in some cases there's lies out there where they're saying that yes, you can come from nowhere at no level in Cameroon and get a professional contract in England. It is just not possible.
In order to be considered to get like a working visa, a permit to play in a European country.
For ABBA specifically, as an American citizen, you need to be hitting the national team. That's the only realistic way of an American citizenship. No other. You need to be a national team player.
Like we get these messages every week from players that are being asked to pay money to go on a trial at, let's say Manchester United, when it's obviously just all fake. There's probably dozens of players every day getting duped into this kind of thing, but it's not really talked about. There's a lot of scammy things out there.
Yeah. Football is you've got to be very, very careful who you work with and who you trust and who you're involved with in football. We get the same thing in our DMs and things. Can you help me? Can you do this? And then when we say no, we cannot help you, they're like angry, like you don't believe in me. It's like no, it's not possible.
But would you like some free advice?
Yeah.
I'll give you some free advice. How can he help you? Like it's interesting, isn't it? Instead, it's like no, I just want you to come and bring me on trial to a professional club.
Yeah.
It's like. But that's not real, and someone else can sell you that, but it's still fake. Yeah.
Obviously, you came here for development first, and to really answer this question is if football is a hobby or career for you, we're really confident that within the next 12 months you're going to get somewhere. Obviously, for everyone that's listening and watching, if you're a player like Abba that's in America and you want to make it to that next level, you're looking for those connections and things. I think the takeaways are 1, having a CV. 2, having a highlight video, and 3, having some sort of recommendation letter or assessment which you can send to clubs or coaches. They can take a look at and then make a decision and say, oh, okay, we could invite that player in for training. If you do have an opportunity you're being presented which you're unsure about, then DM @Performance Global with the opportunity you're being presented, and they can independently verify for you whether that's legit or not. Obviously, you can go to Train Effective too, but Proformance are really the experts in this. All right, well, that's been a really interesting discussion from Ben and Harry at Proformance and from Nick and Abba and Robert at Train Effective. Thanks for listening and watching, and stay effective. Abba, do a big stay effective. Just it.
Stay effective.
Ah, man.
Oh,
Wait.
Stay effective.